Hi everybody, and welcome back to another edition of SCZ Live. Even though we're closed, we're still caring here at Sedgwick County Zoo. And today we're in one of our amazing back of house areas. We have the opportunity today to be in our Australia, South America mammal barn. And Michaela, one of our zookeepers, is joining us to tell us about capybaras.
So we have a total of 8 capybaras here at our zoo, and this is where they stay during the winter when they're not on exhibit because they don't have warm housing out there for the winter. So we have 4 adults and then 4 pups. You may have seen the pups. They're about 6 months old. They were born out on exhibit in September. So I'm going to go in and do a little training session. So we're working on crate training them to move them back out to exhibit or to their new zoos if they end up getting shipped out. So we'll work on that in a little bit. Hopefully they'll come over for us.
That's great. Thanks, Michaela.
Cappies! Come on, babies! Come on, cuties!
Now, Michaela was telling us before we got started that they can be a little bit shy, so it might just take a few extra moments since both Ashley and I are here with Michaela.
So this is Esther. Can you get up on your stool? Very good. So she's the mom to the pups. And this is Marley. Can you get on your stool? She is a 1.5 years old. She was last year pup. Come on, babies. Good girl, Marley. See if those puppies come in here. There you are.
For those of you just joining us, we're with the capybaras in our Australia, South America barn.
Yeah, you're very good. Can you go in your crate? Go in your crate.
Michaela has been working on crate training them to prepare them for going back out on exhibit once our nighttime temperatures stay within the normal temperature ranges.
Good girl, Esther. Come here, Marley. It's all right. You know we got visitors today, huh?
The capybara you see right in front of us is Mom. She's our oldest capybara, and her name is Esther.
She's 8 years old, and then we've also got the father. He probably won't come in. Hi there, sweetie. Good job. Good job in the crate. Oops. Okay. Okay. So I usually work with them a little bit every day that I do this routine to get them used to going in their crate, and I can even close the doors on them. Good job. So they're not scared of that new space. Good girl, Marley. We're working on her just staying where she's at, because otherwise she is a bit of a food hog and she likes to come get in the bucket. So that's why we added these stations. All right. Okay, so now, if you guys want to come in, we'll go outside and feed the rest of them. The boys don't like to come in here too much, so just sit. Other way. There we go. Make sure you want to grab a stool so you can sit on them out here. You go outside. Let's go outside.
I have to admit, Michaela, capybaras are some of my favorite animals in the world. Anytime you start looking at ridiculously large rodents, you have to love it.
So yes, they're the world's largest rodent. And what makes them a rodent, Esther, come here, is their front teeth never stop growing. So their incisors continuously grow. So they're in the same family as a beaver and squirrels and guinea pigs. People think they look like giant guinea pigs. So if someone comes over here, I can show you their teeth a little bit better.
Michaela, I'm noticing their feet, and it looks like they have webbing around their toes.
They do. That's one of their adaptations to be able to swim. They spend most of their time in the water. That's their safe spot from predators. And another adaptation is their eyes. You see their eyes and nose and ears are all around the top of their head, kind of like a hippo, so that way they can be in the water and just have those exposed. They can be underwater up to 5 minutes. They can hold their breath for that long. You can come, Master.
Their hair looks coarse. Is it coarse or is it soft?
It's pretty coarse. Yeah, the pups will let me touch them pretty well. The others, we had to work with quite a while to get them to trust us. Come on, babies.
Now, we've had a few questions. Are these guys good as pets?
Some people do have them as pets. It is not legal in Kansas to do so. I don't know if you want to convert your living room to a giant hay bed. Some people have done that and they swim in their swimming pools and whatnot, but after cleaning up after them every day, I would highly not recommend having them as a pet.
I know when I spent time in South America, Michaela, I had the opportunity to see capybaras in the wild, and that was really interesting. I always noticed they live together in groups. Do they prefer to live together in groups?
They do. They can live in groups of 3 to 30 size, and it's called a herd. That's Travis. He's one of our pups from last year as well. Come over here. So our young ones are named, we have 2 males and 2 females in this last litter, and their names are Iris and Poppy are the girls, and then Azalea and Sequoia are the boys. And we can tell them apart, but they have ear notches. It's kind of hard to see, but so we made those little marks or notches in their ears so we can tell them apart, identify them easily. Come here, Travis.
I noticed they have longer whiskers. Do they use those whiskers then to help them sense when they're in the water?
Yeah, I'm sure they do that. Let's see if we can see your teeth, Travis. Been working on them. Showing. Here you go. Can you see your teeth? Oh, you're not doing very good.
Would it be more important for us
go.
to be able to see a rodent's teeth than maybe other mammals?
Yes. So since their teeth never stop growing, we have to give them stuff to wear them down a lot. So they can break them off. Esther actually broke off her tooth once, and it was 1.5 inches long. And I watched how long it took to grow back. It took a month to grow back.
Wow, it took a month to grow 1.5 inches.
Yes, that's how much wearing they do.
Incredible.
If you see these logs and stuff, we give them browse to chew on. So they trail that bark off.
And capybaras are found predominantly through South America?
Yes, all throughout South America except for Chile with the Andes Mountains. They don't go up in that area. They're predominantly in the water, so the waterways, and some of their natural predators are jaguars, anacondas, caiman.
Their toenails are fascinating to me. It almost looks like there's not a toenail. It looks like it's just kind of an extension of the toe.
Yeah.
But again, if you can see out there that amazing webbing, which makes them so much better in the water, where do you think their preference is? Do capybaras prefer the water more than land?
Yes, they're considered semi-aquatic. So a lot of their food in the wild, they would eat greens that grow in the water. That's their safe spot. If there's a predator or something, they usually jump into the water.
And I notice, folks at home, you can't see this, but inside they actually have a big pool.
Yes.
So they can go into that big pool indoors and enjoy that water there. Now I notice everything. I'm sorry, I don't have anything. I noticed that everything we're feeding them is vegetation. So would they ever eat anything besides plants?
No, they are considered herbivores, so they eat all kinds of plants. They're also specialized in that they eat wood. So, like I was saying, they eat the bark off the tree. So they're considered a lignivore, which is a fancy term.
Let's all say that together. It's a new word out there. Lignivore. Lignivore. So everybody today, that can be your smart word. Ask somebody that didn't hear us today if they know what a lignivore is.
Anything that eats wood, so like termites are also
lignivores. Here we go. I love it when we can learn new words, so thank you, Michaela. Now I noticed the chuffing noise that she's making.
That's a little like a bark, so she's a little on edge. You can also see her furs all standing up on end. She's just not used to all this commotion and activity.
I don't know if anybody can hear, but they're also doing just little chatters. I hear just
Yeah, they make
from them.
little kind of clicky squeaks and noises, like a guinea pig kind of.
I was going to say it's very similar to our guinea pigs that we have in the education building.
Let's say if Mikey will come out here, I can show you. So the males have a gland on the top of their nose called the Murillo gland that only the males have. So it secretes a white liquid that they rub on and they scent mark with. So.
And that would let any other male capybaras know that this was their territory
Their area.
and these were their ladies?
Yes.
Okay.
And how big do these guys get? How much do they weigh?
Mikey is about 130 pounds. The young ones right now are about 40 pounds. So when they're born, they're tiny, and they, let's see, what was I going to say? Oh, they're very precocious animals. So that means that from the minute they're born, they can swim, they can eat solid food, they can walk, and like most puppies or something, their eyes are closed and they have to nurse for a while. These guys do nurse for up to 3 months, but they can eat solid foods.
And again, we mentioned earlier with the capybaras how the ears and the eyes are up high on their head, and that allows them to be able to stay in that water and protect themselves and look for food. Well, everyone, I want to thank you today for joining us with another SCZ Live. Being out here with the capybaras today was certainly a great adventure for me. Remember, even though we're closed, we're still caring.